This is Robert C. Baker, and this is Robert on Real Estate. It's mid-October, and here in the greater Chattanooga area, we're enjoying clearer skies and cool weather. Fall's here, y'all. Even with social distancing, there's so much beauty to be enjoyed outdoors. Bike rides, hikes, campfires, football games. The greater Chattanooga area has so much to offer during this time of year. In this episode, I'd like to offer 3 tips to buyers who are actively looking for homes in a tight inventory situation. When there are few homes on the market, it can be tough, so I want to help you put your best foot forward and find a home you can love. Tip number 1 is probably the most important. Work with a mortgage lender. When you are competing with other buyers in a tight inventory situation, you need to know your credit score and how much you can afford. If you're not paying with cash, you should be well on your way in getting a loan, even before you start looking for a house. If you need your credit repaired, your mortgage lender can point you in the right direction. Now, if you don't have a mortgage lender, reach out to me and I will give you the names and numbers of several excellent mortgage lenders in the greater Chattanooga area, and you can simply pick the one you want to work with. But avoid the temptation. Don't scroll through pretty pictures on real estate websites. Don't set up appointments with real estate agents. Don't even go to open houses, well, except my open houses. If you do, you'll just set yourself up for disappointment. If you need to buy a home in the next 6 months, do what is necessary to put yourself in the best position to buy. And that is, work with the mortgage lender. Tip number 2, be realistic. It should go without saying that in a low inventory situation, when there are few homes on the market, you may not get everything that you want. Naturally, I'm not talking about new construction, when you pay a builder to give you everything that you want. Rather, what I'm talking about is buying an existing home. When there are fewer homes to choose from, you can't be as picky, but you can be as smart. If you're looking at houses and not one checks off every box for you, what is the home that checks off most of the boxes? Maybe you don't like one of the bathrooms. Can that bathroom be remodeled, say, in a year or so? Don't like the carpet? Take it out. Don't like the paint? Pick a new color. After you buy, of course. Just keep in mind that in a low inventory situation, you may have to compromise. Out of all the homes you've seen, which one speaks to you? Which one can you comfortably live with? Which one checks the most boxes? Remember, you're competing with, sometimes, many other buyers, so be realistic. Tip number 3, be flexible. Here I'm talking about what goes on in negotiating a contract, the demands and the concessions that are made by both buyers and sellers in order to create a deal. Now, a lot of this is not rocket science. Closing dates can, and sometimes have to be, changed. You may prefer a certain title company, the seller may prefer someone else. You may want the seller to pay for a home warranty, but the seller is confident that the home is in good order, and knowing that the buyer will order an inspection, the seller may say no to a home warranty. None of those things should kill a deal. Closing costs are another issue. In our area, it's not uncommon for buyers to ask for up to 3% of the list price in closing costs and prepaid items. But imagine a seller in a multiple offer situation. She has a beautiful home in great condition and offered at a great price. You offer a full list price but request that the seller give up $10,000 in closing costs and prepaids. Someone else comes along, another buyer, and offers full list in similar terms but only asks for $5,000 in closing costs and prepaids. Which offer will the seller pick? The second offer, of course. You've lost the house. But this illustration goes to serve my point. As a buyer in a tight inventory situation with few homes on the market, you're going to have to be flexible. Now, those were easy, but we've still not gotten to appraisals, home inspections, and financing. Just let me say here that you need a confident real estate professional who's also a great negotiator. Navigating a tight inventory situation can be very tricky, and you'll need to have someone by your side who is skilled in their art. But also realize with few homes on the market, you will have some decisions to make. Work with your real estate agent, and when it comes time to negotiate, be flexible. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in Georgia or Tennessee, simply log on to www.robertcbaker.com or just give me a call or text at 423-443-1649. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Robert C. Baker Realtor, for further market updates and helpful tips for buyers and sellers. This is Robert C. Baker, and this has been Robert on Real Estate.